if anybody doesn't know, Drew took me to the Colts Broncos game, Russell Wilson versus Matt Ryan back in 2022, right? That was the 2022 season.
Yep.
Drew was on a mission, still on a mission to try and go to every stadium at some point and watch a football game. So we met up there, and I just wanted to ask you, like, what you remember from that game, because, like, I was there, I was having fun. Then the game was so bad, and it was, like, nice to see you because we hadn't hung out for a while. And I was like, I should be enjoying this more because so many nice things have happened, but this game sucks so much. And then I was like, and then I got to recap this game. So just like on a whim, I was like, this is the worst fucking game I've ever seen. So I'm like, I'm just going to title it The Worst Game I've Ever Seen. And that helped my YouTube channel more than anything ever. Yeah. So like, what do you remember from that game while we watched through it together live in very good seats? Drew got us good seats too.
So it was great seats. We were set up. We were poised for a great time.
Yes.
With it, like, genuinely, if everything happened except those teams playing, it would have been a great night. If everything happened except football, it would have been so much fun.
Yes.
The seats were great. I think the atmosphere in Denver is awesome. Like, they have a culture. Like, I love that you guys put emphasis on like your secondary. You know what I mean? The whole crowd shouts incomplete when it's an incomplete, which they said a lot. I mean, everybody said it many times. No, because I said it
for our own team.
Yes, exactly. It was said. Yeah. You guys, you had no allegiance to who you said it to by the end of the game. It was just whoever was incomplete, they were getting that chant. And I love that. I love that, like, the pregame, the tailgating. Like, I think that we were having so much fun doing that. They got like cornhole. There's like a guy who's like in a van. He's like, I'll tattoo whatever on like a face of whoever on your ass. And you're like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm 2 White Claws deep. I love that. And then there's cornhole. And then there's people who like have backward hats and then they like dab you up, and then they're women. And you're like, oh my God, this is bizarre. Like, it's all types of crazy cool things happening in Denver. It's awesome. And people are vaping, and then they're shotgun vaping, and people have their dogs and they're like, they're on chains. I don't know. I maybe I've gone too far. But the point is, I like whatever people are having sex. It's awesome. It's awesome. And like there's like neat gravel that like it's like neatly and tightly packed, tightly packed gravel. Like, you could put
packed gravel.
Yeah, you could put a grill that has wheels on it and cook a link. I love that. Okay, there's so much about this that I love, and these are the things that I remember. I'm actually just vamping because I don't remember anything from the game. Honestly, I remember when it was over. I think I remember. I remember being in the car ride with Brandon afterwards because we drove him back to his car, and it was quiet. I remember I was like thinking like. Car. Oh yeah, sorry. You drove. Yeah, what? Yeah, somebody. Just so long as I was in the back of the car, so long as I was leaving, that was fine.
So Brandon drove though.
I don't know.
Do you know if he parallel parked outside that stadium? I'm just asking.
I'm getting the sense that this is something that I don't know.
I was just asking,
but I can't
like,
wait.
How was the parking job? Like when you got back to his vehicle, I was just asking for a friend because I know outside the stadium it gets a little dicey.
Well, Brandon does that thing where he thinks his car is so nice, so he parks perpendicular to the space. It's insane. It's honestly 3 or 4 or 5 spaces. However many spaces a Tesla truck takes up, that's what Brandon did.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, I think he just bought the new Cybertruck, so that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry.
Continue. So I just remember being I don't know if you remember this, Brandon, but we were in the car, you, me, and my wife, and it was so quiet. Like, I was like, this is the last time I'm going to see my friend Brandon, and I'll ever be able to call him as my friend. Like, I was like, this is the last one. And I sealed my fate in our friendship. It sucked. It was a very bad game. It was a very bad game. And I know we have just like a few minutes left, but I want to know, like, was it Russ or was it Denver? Was it Hackett? Like Russ looks great in Seattle, right? Like, or excuse me, and fucking Pittsburgh right now at the Steelers. I'm just like, I don't understand what you think it is or what it is.
It was all of it. It was Hackett was probably the worst coach for Russell Wilson. It was Russ not playing well specifically in that game. But, you know, and then after that, Sean Payton, no patience for Russ. So everything went wrong. Everything that could go wrong for a team that signed a high-profile quarterback, paid him a lot of money. They made zero correct decisions to succeed with that. So
yeah,
he's playing. But the thing that's really weird is he's playing 2 nice games with the Steelers, and he had a handful of those last year with the Broncos. The question for me more is like, will they sustain that level of play? Or will he just play poorly in the morning slots and nobody's going to notice it, and we'll just keep thinking he's that primetime version of really good Russ. So, and it's better, like he's got a coach that wants him now, and Mike Tomlin. He's got a run game that's supporting what he does well. That was another thing. The Broncos couldn't run the ball for shit for 2 years with Russ. That really, I think, hindered him. So I'm rooting for him to play well with the Steelers, because he didn't get a true fair shake last year, but there's still some big flaws in his game because he just isn't as athletic as he was when he was young. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought we were going to be saved, and we were not.
I think the situation has worked itself out, truthfully, because I think Bo Nix is incredible. I think Sean Payton is absolutely the right coach for him. It feels like that was just kind of the match that just kind of was born from this draft this year. It looks like they might make the freaking playoffs. It's insane.
Maybe we got to beat the Chiefs this week, but we'll see. Our playoff status
would be insane if you guys were the first ones to hand the Chiefs their loss. Is this the first time they've played the Broncos
this year? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it in Mile High?
No, it's in Arrowhead. Oof. But short week for the Chiefs. They just got beat up a little bit by the Bucks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a great game. That game, I enjoy watching the Buccaneers. I mean, they're decimated on offense, and that like with injuries, and they're still just great. I'm so happy for despite there being so many things wrong with my franchise, I think that there are so many things going well for so many others, which I really, really enjoy. I like that Baker Mayfield's like found a home. I like that Mike Tomlin just continues to be an insane coach, and like there's just really cool things that have happened around the league. But like, to go back to the Broncos game, like I mean, that was the worst game ever. And then it started this whole thing for you, which I think like just shows like, you know, you to have to like to just like not even resist what was happening, but lean into the fact that it was happening, and that leads to all the new news. Like, I think that's just, you know, I think it's awesome. The fact that they had such a terrible season was the best thing that's ever happened to your channel.
Yeah.
Other than Tom, of course. Tom's the other thing that's great to your channel.
I've got to find the next gimmick, because it's not working anymore, Drew. Slowly dying.
Well, if you can brave a concussion and develop a stutter, that's a good gimmick. Go with that one for a while.
I'm gonna try. Although, you know, like if you're going to announce that your stutter was a hoax the whole time, I'd appreciate you doing it on my show instead of Andrew Santino's. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
Let's save those big ones for me. For me,
you know, it's between the two of you. You know, I both love you so much, and the only difference is I hadn't taken Santino to a shitty Broncos game, so / Colts game. The Colts were also shitty.
That clip, it really made me laugh because, one, let's say you did fake your stutter for the last, was it 10 years, 12?
I don't 2012. So
2012?
However many 12 years.
So we were working together in 2012, 2013. Drew was on some of the very first episodes of That's Good Sports. I was shooting like a documentary thing about stand-up comedy with Drew.
Yep.
And then later, when Jess and I bought this house, Drew asked me if I knew any editors, and I was like, I can edit for you. I need money. I have a mortgage now, and I'm not making any fucking money. So I edited a ton of Drew's stand-up comedy. And not once did I ever go, he's faking it. So like, if you tricked me where I got to edit the behind the scenes shit and watch it would be the greatest acting performance in human history. It would be so fucking impressive.
Yeah, and I go to speech therapy and all these other like I go to PT and speech therapy. So I'm in character going to these therapies as well. I'm just adding like layers to my character. I'm adding layers to my character.
Camera freezing, it's all part of the performance. Like, so good. Anyway, Drew, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope it gets better with the Colts, but true diehard Colts fan, and I appreciate it.
What's going on, Drew?
I really am. I appreciate you guys as well. Thanks for letting me come on and hopefully redeem myself from just sleeping in and blowing off your show last week. Just
drunk
on a freaking drinker, dude. Yeah.
Make sure you check out Drew's YouTube channel. Crushing it. Stand-up clips. What else are you posting on there?
My OnlyFans too.
That's where the money is at.
Of course.
Yeah.
Drew's feet. Check it out.
Yeah.
Big time.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
you, Drew. Appreciate you,
man.
Sorry you're stuck with me now again, Brandon.
I'm,
Just end the show.
Okay.